choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 4, 2025. Today in history, 24 years ago today, Chinese physicist and educator Wu Diao passed away. Wu Diao was highly regarded for his extensive research in electromagnetism, modern physics, quantum mechanics, and classical mechanics, and for nurturing numerous exceptional talents, including Li Zhengdao and Yang Zhening, both of whom were his students. Among his notable works are Science and Scientific Development, collected works of Wu Diao on science and philosophy, and History and Philosophy of Physics. He is also widely recognized as the father of Chinese physics. Welcome to today's Qing Chao Morning News. Japan's birth rate hits historic low in 2024. According to Tokyo Comprehensive News, on February 27, data from the Japanese Ministry of Health showed that the number of newborns in Japan in 2024 decreased by 5% year-on-year, with only 720,988, marking the 9th consecutive year of decline. This number is far lower than the predicted 779,000 by the National Institute of Population and Social Security. Japan's death toll reached a record high of 1.62 million in 2024, meaning for every baby born, more than 2 people die. Japan's aging population and declining birth rates are shrinking the labor force, increasing the government's debt burden. According to Ruikali Holdings, Japan's labor shortage may reach 11 million by 2040. Additionally, the Japanese Ministry of Health reports that over the past 20 years, the number of pension contributors has decreased by about 3 million, while the number of recipients has increased by nearly 40%, putting pressure on the pension system. Russia outlines conditions for ceasefire. According to Agence France-Presse, Russia recently set conditions for an armistice with Ukraine. Russia demanded that Ukraine surrender and cede 5 regions, fully or partially. Ukraine announced it would not join NATO and would have a new regime advocating denazification. The Kremlin hopes these demands will be met, especially due to the shift in the U.S. position since Trump returned to power. Trump has recently criticized Kyiv while adopting a more conciliatory stance toward Russian President Putin. North Korea conducts strategic cruise missile launch training. Xinhua news agency reported that on February 28, North Korea launched 2 strategic cruise missiles, hitting the target after flying 1,587 kilometers in 7,961 and 7,973 seconds. North Korea stated the launch aimed to remind opponents of the Korean People's Army's counterattack capabilities and readiness, demonstrating the credibility of its nuclear deterrence and ensuring proficiency in sudden fire strike missions. Kim Jong-un, General Secretary of the Workers' Party and Chairman of the State Council, said testing the credibility and operation of North Korea's nuclear deterrent is a responsible exercise of war deterrence. He emphasized that preparing the nuclear armed forces for war is the mission of North Korea's nuclear forces to safeguard national sovereignty and security. NVIDIA's revenue soars 78%. Lianhe Xiaobao reported that on February 26, chip giant NVIDIA announced its 4th fiscal quarter results. Revenue surged 78% to $39.33 billion, while net profit reached $22.09 billion, or 89 cents per share, up from $12.29 billion, or 49 cents per share, in the same period last year. Notably, NVIDIA's automotive and robotics chips performed well. In the 4th fiscal quarter, automotive chip revenue was $570 million, a 103% year-on-year growth, though it remains a small part of NVIDIA's AI business. Pertamina exposed an IDR 193.7 trillion corruption scandal. Comprehensive news from Jakarta. The Indonesian Attorney General's office recently arrested 4 senior managers of Pertamina subsidiaries and 3 private company executives in a corruption case worth IDR 193.7 trillion. The investigation revealed that a Pertamina subsidiary colluded with domestic crude oil suppliers. The executives falsely claimed domestic crude oil didn't meet standards and that refinery capacity was reduced during the pandemic. They used this as a reason to import crude oil and refined products from abroad between 2018 and 2023, at a significantly higher price than domestic oil, resulting in losses for the Indonesian treasury. Indonesian law requires Pertamina to first purchase crude oil from domestic suppliers before importing, if necessary. Bangkok produces over 9,000 tons of waste daily, half are food. According to Bangkok Post, data from the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration's Environmental Department shows that from October 1, 2023, to September 30, 2024, Bangkok will collect an average of 9,238 tons of garbage daily. Official Panuwat said food waste accounts for over 49%, non-recycled plastic 18%, and non-recycled paper 10%. Panuwat emphasized the need for restaurant operators to adopt effective waste management strategies. To address this, Bangkok City Hall plans to raise the garbage collection fee from 20 baht to 60 baht. Malaysia's Sarawak Tribune ceases publication. According to Malaysian News, on February 28, Sarawak's long-standing Malay newspaper Sarawak Utusan announced it will stop publishing print editions and fully transition to online media. Executive editorial advisor Kadir Daiko said the world is largely controlled by online media, and the newspaper will now publish content through its official website, mobile apps, and Facebook. Sarawak Utusan had ceased publication in 1971, resuming in the 1990s. It is one of the most influential Malay media outlets in Sarawak. According to Chihua Daily, the main glass futures contract FG2505 recently hit 1,209 yuan per ton, a 5-month low. That's all for today's Qing Chao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.